Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Starpoll episode 5 with Krakkatuga Burn. That's what you guys voted for last week, so that's what we're playing this week. We're going to jump into the deck as always. This is a deck list. It's basically water, fire, aggro with a focus on water. So you could really say this is a water deck with a fire splash. We do need to run a lot of fire in the fire splash for our main core strategy. So let's start with it. It's Krakkatuga and Eruption. Krakkatuga is a 4/9 for 1 water, 1 fire. You can expend 2 fire to deal 3 damage to your opponent, which is basically just using Eruption with actually upside because it doesn't get prevented by a fire Elestral. And also, whenever you cast Eruption, you can destroy a card in play, making Krakkatuga kind of like Lotagon, but a little bit more of aggressive oomph of a card with less of, less destruction effects compared to Lotagon from last week, but more aggressive plays. We have Eruption, so it's 2 fire, burn your opponent for 3. Pretty straightforward. If they have a fire Elestral, we're playing against another fire deck. We're not going to get the full burn 3, which makes Eruption not as good. It's really a card that you try to clear your opponent's board first and then cast it. Or at the end of the game, combo and just chain Eruption. If you get maybe 2 or 3 Eruptions in hand, you can win pretty fast that way. Necrof is 5/1 for 1. We all know it. It destroys Elestral. You burn your opponent for 1. Pretty aggressive 5 attack. Galaxy is a 5 attack in water. It will also activate our Krakkatuga to be able to attack. So if opponent's got an open board, we have a Krakkatuga in play, we can put a Krakkatuga in attack, play Galaxy, and now we have a 9 attack and a 5 attack in play. Potentially burn some more damage to Krakkatuga, attack, so forth. We have 2 tap buff in the deck. They're used to accelerate out a Krakkatuga early or from an open board. If we have nothing in play, we can special tap buff into play, cast Krakkatuga, go from there. Small Tuga. I know it's a little bit weird here because we only can search Necrof, but that's all we're searching for with Small Tuga in this deck. So we're using Small Tuga to find Necrof. Small Tuga hits play, it's a 5 defense water Elestral. Then we can either play Necrof behind it that we just searched, or play Galaxia, making Small Tuga another 5 attack Elestral in this deck. So in that kind of case, Small Tuga is a little bit of a consistency and possible aggressive combo tool with the deck. You'll see that in like a 5 guys or 5 attack zoo strategy where usually they play Small Tuga and Galaxy to find Necrof and keep their hand flowing without having to use draw cards and spend a lot of spirits that way. 2 foamies. We're going to use foamy to generally find Mistation, Sluggle, Krakkit, or Vertaqua, maybe Galaxy. Just a little bit of a toolbox card or a card that helps us stick the board a little bit easier to get Krakkatuga out from a normal send. Then we have Vertaqua. It's great with Tsunami. It's great at attacking defensive things. This deck's going to struggle against 5 defensive walls unless we get Mistation or Vertaqua into play, so that's what it's there for. Mistation, 6 defense wall, or 6 attacker on our turn. Both pretty relevant in an aggressive style deck like we're doing here. Great at finding with Foamy to kind of stop some early aggressive plays. Sluggle is just a Foamy tutor card, generally just recovering a little bit. Nothing great there. We don't really need to recover a ton of water, but it's nice to have the backup recovery, except for just Ambrosia. Krakkit is a 1/of. It's great at like foamy searching, so if we search something with foamy, we play the Krakkit to stop some attacks on our opponents. Occasionally you can stick it and hit a Galvenom or a Voltempest or a Lotagon, so they have to deal with the Krakkit before they can combo off, especially in like an Earth deck if they don't have the Earthquake to deal with Krakkit and they only have a Lotagon out. Krakkit the Lotagon, they can't combo off with a Lotagon, or they can't attack you with something. Krakkit is overrated and underrated. It's kind of like a good card, but it needs some protection. We don't run a ton of removal here because we are a pretty aggressive deck. Our removal is generally going to try to attack and burn our opponent's spirit out by making them try to remove our stuff faster. We have 2 poison tipped arrows just to try to clear the board so we can attack directly. Tsunamis to defend some of our stuff. It's good with Vertaqua as well to help get through a Voltempest perhaps. We set through Tsunami. Next turn we play Tsunami, play Vertaqua, try to kill Voltempest that way, so we do have the Tsunamis there. 3 Gorgon's Gazes to negate effects, negate some removal cards, negate some, it's just solid good card. It's not super expensive, so we're going to run 3 of those. 3 Nectar of the Gods. Again, we're an aggressive deck. We want to draw all of our options, find our eruptions, so we're going to use Nectar of the Gods. 2 Thunderstorm. So we splash 2 Zaptor and 2 Thunderstorm. This is, again, we're an aggressive deck. We do want to get rid of some back row, and there's no back row options in fire or water except for Trident Poseidon. So I am splashing 2 Thunderstorm and a Zaptor to try to knock out key back row stuff. Maybe as Zeus, or maybe we need to clear that 1 back row to start comboing off our turn. So the 2 Thunderstorm, 2 Zaptor. If we need to play another Thunderstorm, we hope to draw Ambrosia. 1 Rush from the Ashes. a good way to get Krakkatuga in play. Ascend, or sorry, not ascend first. Special cast like a Sluggle or a Foamy or something from your underworld with Rise from the Ashes, and then ascend Krakkatuga over it. It's just an option to get help Krakkatuga out. Maybe Krakkatuga dies, and we can use Rise from the Ashes to then get Krakkatuga back into play, then play Eruption or something. There's some options there. Rising Galaxia, it's just an option card. I like to have at least one of most of my decks. The Spirit deck is really rough in this. I run 9 Pyro, 9 Leviathan, 2 Zaptor. It should work pretty well. I don't know though. I might have to adjust the ratios as I play through the deck, but this is the deck I'm starting with. If I make any changes, I'll make that note in the rest of the video. So enjoy the matches, and I'll catch you guys in the wrap-up. Alright, Krakkatuga Burn. We'll see how this goes. I can keep this hand. Necrof, Galaxy, it's a pretty aggressive start. Nothing ridiculously going on here. I'm going first. Okay. That face down. Probably should have cast Nog first. I just realized Nectar Gods is in my hand. Alright, we'll draw 2 cards. What do we get? Poison Tipped and Foamy. Pretty solid start. I actually... Maybe I start with the Foamy. There's no need to run out the Necrof right now and risk it getting blown out. The other options I run Necrof or Galaxy out and just take a 5 attack wall per se that way, but by Saros, we're gonna respond to that. We'll get that out of the way and start the beats on our turn. See what face downs he's got. So he's playing Thunder, and he's playing Ricero, so he's probably playing a slower deck, maybe Voltempest. Or, I mean, it could also be some kind of Sonicore deck. Anything that's trying to get to a 2 or 3 drop in general. Okay, Thunder Wind, probably Voltempest. A lot of those going around. Quackle. Astrabbit. Surprised didn't do the Astrabbit turn 1. The Astrabbit turn 1 into Drops of Leaf would have been a really nice start. But I guess he wants the Riceros because he's expecting something a little bit more threatening since I played Fire with my Nectar Gods turn 1. And he'll draw 3. He only drew 2, I think he didn't realize that Leaf counts itself. Yeah, so Leaf replaces itself as a 2-cost effectively. That destroys the Riceros. I drew another Nectar Gods. Might as well use it. I need to start saving my fire up for Krakkatuga. If I get a Krakkatuga here, I can just plop it down, start burning, but no Krakkatuga yet. I think we just start going aggressive here. Get this Necrof into attack, Foamy into attack. We'll put the Rise from the Ashes face down as a bluff, and we'll attack for 2. The other option is play like Smoltuga and attack for 2, and then keep Smoltuga alive and then go Galaxia, but I could also just play Galaxia next turn. No issue there. So we only have a Gorgon to protect our stuff. It's okay if Foamy dies, I'll just get a Sluggle back. And we can't really use the 2 Thunder in our Spirit deck much until we find Thunderstorm, or we want to get over another Riceros perhaps in the future. Elichick is fine, he's going to go find probably Zeus. And then we'll have to get rid of this Elichick or Griff ASAP. Well, I should be able to get rid of this Elichick pretty easily by attacking into it with Necrof, depending on the back row options. Gonna go after my Necrof here. Never mind. Do I negate this? If he doesn't play any face downs, I negate the Elichick. 100%. If he does play face downs, I think I let the Necrof die. Yep. He'll get that. And then he attacks Necrof, we Gorgons it. Alright, we're gonna Gorgons it. Response to that. Stop the attack. And now I can just swing for a bunch of damage over this Helichick. On my turn. Pretty aggressive here. I mean, this is an aggressive deck. It's just I wish I had Krakkatuga to... Oh man, that is huge. We're gonna play this Galaxy. And we're gonna cast this Eruption. Burn him now in case he has any fire in his deck. And then Necrof hit him for 1, Galaxy hit him for 1. So we're doing 5 damage this turn? 6 damage this turn. Put him at 5. So burn him for 3. Then I'm gonna attack this Helichick. He'll burn for 1. And then we attack his Spirit deck twice for another 2 damage. Put him at 6, or put him at 5 because he's gotta burn 1 for next. It's been alright. Alright, so we're in a good spot. I'm still hoping for Krakkatuga, so I actually play Krakkatuga in the Krakkatuga deck, but Fire Water aggro is doing its thing for now. He can basically remove anything I have in play at the moment. It's just a matter of hoping he doesn't have any face downs to play to stop me, but even if he has face downs, it'll burn him a bunch to play them, and I have enough of a board that I can threaten over him. He has just amp up, I think that's GG. We'll play a Foamy and attack here. We'll play this face down just in case I can't do math, but this should be GG. He must have had a really horrible hand if he has no face downs, but that is Fire Water aggro. That's 4 damage, puts him at 0 unless he's got double Ambrosia in his hand. It's probably GG. Alright, game number 2 with the deck. So last game was a little bit of a stomp. My opponent didn't draw super well. It is what it is, but it is an aggro deck, so I took advantage of that and just blew him out. See how this game goes. Hopefully I can actually get a Krakkatuga going and do what the deck's trying to do with Krakkatuga. This is a pretty slow hand, to be honest, but it's got a lot of control elements. We are an aggro deck, but I don't want to take the damage and I can control him out a little bit, so I'm going to keep. And I'm actually going to start by expending to draw. We got 1 eruption ready to go. That's always good. We do need to find some more Elestrals though. And turn here. And throw out the good luck, have fun. Only a turn late. So I think with this hand, just play it slow, control-y, use Poison Tip Arrow to knock out whatever he plays. We will respond to that with our Poison Tip. Assume he's playing Volt Tempest, as everyone seems to be playing in the past couple days. But we're going to take a bunch of damage here, but we have Ambrosia, so it's not the end of the world. We just need to make sure that we're finding some Elestrals to start hitting him with. I could play the Tap Puff. They hit for an extra damage, which I think is the play. Because why would you want to bounce or destroy your PTA at Tad Puff? But alright, he casts a Zeus. He's probably playing Thunder Nexus slash Volt Tempest. It's probably Volt Tempest. That is a lot to put on. Oh, he's going big. Okay. No response. So this is probably Thunder Nexus. See how much he puts on this. He's probably gonna put 2 and try to hit me for 3 and go super aggro here. Only 1. Take 2, expend 1. He's just trying to draw then. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the electric hit. And I'll expend 3, so I'd expend for the poison tip at the end of turn. Mostly want to expend water here, because water's not as important. For the deck, I do want to try to keep fire, see if he can get low on his spirit deck and then just blow up with fire. Oh, Nectar Gods, always nice. Going a little lower in water than I thought it was already. Let's just draw a couple cards. I could go really aggro here and punch him for 3 with the Tadpuffs, but I think I just play the Foamy. No response, and we're gonna just run out 1 Tadpuff. Just 1. Just to get some extra damage in. We have Gorgons and Tsunami to protect guys. Hit him for 2. We have an Eruption in hand, so that's a burn thing. He might try to shield the Foamy since it's Foamy. See if he responds to Foamy attack. Nope, cool. So we just use Tsunami and Gorgons to potentially protect the board. If he attacks Tadpuff, we'll use Tsunami. If he attacks Foamy, we'll let Foamy die. We'll pull a Sluggle out. Recover. We do only have 1 water in the deck, so I can't use Tsunami first. Spend a draw? Oh, that's fantastic. So he's going to be really behind now, because he can't play another Elestral, and I could just play another Tadpuff, hit him for 3, and I have the Eruption in the back end. Ooh, okay. We're going to play a little greedy here. We're going to play this Nectar. I'm going to draw 2. And Krakkatuga or Eruption. Okay, so that is Krakkatuga. We're gonna Ambrosia here, and we're gonna play the Krakkatuga. We do want some water back in our deck. We have plenty of fire at the moment. Alright, so while I'm waiting for my next game, I just spoke to the guy I DC'd against in that game. Unfortunately, I did DC. With the Krakkatuga and the Eruption and my attacks, I would have won the game, he said. So that's a GG. I'll take it up to the Krakkatuga aggro winning that game as well. Again, it's trying to be pretty explosive, pretty early. Drawing that Krakkatuga here, I would have just special the Tadpuff, cast Krakkatuga, use Krakkatuga's effect to burn for 3, cast Eruption, burn for 6, attack with Krakkatuga, my 2 other Elestrals for another 4, and even if he shielded, he would have gone to 0. So it was a GG on that game. We're going to count that as a win. Moving on to the next one. Alright, after the DC, going into game 3. Hopefully no issue with this one. But so far, aggro, fire, water is working pretty well. Just take advantage of the openings our opponents have if they can't play an Elestral, and then take the win from there. We always want to go first. We're playing pretty aggressive. Starting Eruption, Necrufs. This is a great opening hand. We will keep it. Oh, we start with that. Good luck, have fun. And we are just going to start by popping this Necruf into play with a Tsunami and an Ambrosia as our bluff. And pass turn. So, pretty aggressive start. Obviously, Necruf is always good. We have Eruption. See what they're playing. We have Thunderstorm to let this Necruf potentially get in on our opponent. I think what we do if we don't draw an Elestral on our turn is enchant this Necruf with water, pop a back row, and then go for an attack, potentially trying to do 3 damage, 2 damage. We'll see what they play. Alright, couple face downs. No big deal there. See what else he's got. Hopefully nothing. Panda. Okay, so he's probably playing maybe Fruit Or what other decks play Pandasin? Burn decks play Pandasin as well. I don't think he's playing a burn deck. We're going to test the waters here with a Thunderstorm. We're just going to blind hit the first face down, see what he's got. Thunderstorm blind hitting face down turn 1, usually pretty good because people like to just plop all their defensives down. Okay, so he's playing Fruit. And now if I play Galaxy here, there's no way he gets rid of both Galaxy and Necruff. Even if that is a Tsunami, Galaxy still hits and kills Panda. As for a response, I don't think there will be a response here. Alright, and we'll try to use Necruff to a burn damage from the Destroy, see if he's got something to stop Panda. That's 1 damage, and then Galaxy for another damage, 2 damage. And then you always want to save that eruption for the last minute. I'll get that Necruff burn in, don't forget about it. So we have 2 5-attack Elestrals in play, we have a Tsunami, we have an Ambrosia, we have an Eruption. Against Fruit, this is a pretty strong hand because Fruit's going to have to play something... Oh! I don't really have a way to get over that unless I find a Vertakwa, unfortunately. Sprouter and a Fruit... Maybe he's not playing Fruit, but he's playing Golden Apple, so... Maybe he's doing some kind of Earth Control deck then? Just trying to rip cards out of hand? It's not Fruit. Okay. It's almost like he's reading my mind. It's not Fruit? Okay. I'm not in Discord, am I? No one's listening to me. No, I'm speaking over. I'm not in any voice call. Oh my god, he just knows what I'm thinking. Well, the spectators. Okay. Oh, they're saying I'm not playing Fruit. How do I get over Sprout here? I think I just expend a draw here. I need to find a Vertakwa, like, ASAP. Yeah, and I just passed turn there. I don't have a way to get over this Sprouter right now. Unless I find Krakkatuga or... I don't even... Yeah, Krakkatuga, Vertakwa are my outs here. And then I have Poison Tipped and Tsunami for defense, so... See. If he does go into Lotagon here, and has some Ambrosias and stuff, I will be devastated. But I can always at least Poison Tip the Lotagon, even if he gumbos off here. It might have been good to face down my Eruption, in case he's got another Golden Apple. That probably would have made a better play. I also could have ran out the Tadpuff with the special, played Eruption face down to get cards out of my hand. But I did get rid of 1 apple so far. So I'm not too worried about that at the moment. I just gotta find my payoff cards before he finds his payoff cards. Playing Wind though. What's his... Wind, Panda, Golden Apple. He could be playing a Reanimator. Trying to Golden Apple something and then play Rise from the Ashes to get a 3-drop into play. That is a possibility. I am going to play this Eruption face down to hopefully protect you from the Golden Apple. It does leave it open to getting like Equalinks or something, but it would be fine, I think. Oh, my station gets me over. Okay, so my station next turn gets me over. I am going to cast this Ambrosia now on the assumption he's playing Fruit. And we're just going to recover the Thunder in case I pull my other Thunderstorm. Which is unlikely, but just in case. We shall see. That, man, that Sprouter is a wall right now. Ooh, Tectorus. We will respond to that cast. Drop its attack. And then we'll use Mistation to hopefully kill Sprouter next turn. So the Tectorus is at a 3. He can Scythe it, but then he would definitely be losing the Tectorus at the start of the next turn. Or at the end of this turn, to be honest. So that'd be a lot of lost spirits. Alright. Oh, and there's Krakkatuga. I think I just run the Krakkatuga out with a Tad Puff special. Right, so there's Tad Puff. We will ascend over to Tad Puff, ask for a response. Okay. Start with the eruption. And we'll break that rune. So he burns 3. Eruption damage. The chat in this game, they're having a fun time. I don't like the fact that that was just an ambrosia, but well, that's fine. We'll let this Krakkatuga. We'll expend our 2 fire. Burn him for another 3. And then it's a, do I risk this attack into Sprouter here? I think I wait one more turn and just protect the Krakkatuga. Confusion sorted out. And now the question is, do I think that face down rune will stop this Krakkatuga? I kind of want to just attack and try swinging and clear his board out before he gets the chance to scythe and stuff, but I have 2 tsunamis. The earthquakes, Krakkatuga, I'm in a meh play. We'll try. We're gonna go for it. 9 attack Krakkatuga. What do you got? If it's a shield, he takes 3. Okay. Not a shield. Cool. We attack for 2 more, putting him at 7. If he has no plays, then we burn him out and win the game. We are low, but that's fine. He's got no board state. If he's got an earthquake, he goes to 5. I play my station, get over whatever wall he might have. Hopefully. I got 2 tsunamis to protect from attacks. We should be in a good spot here. Tectorus is probably going to put a scythe on it. Oh, did he put that scythe face down that he picked up earlier from Sprouter? Did he even pick up a scythe? I didn't even check with artifacts, but okay, it is a scythe. So that's 3, 6, 8 Tectorus, which we can just tsunami. So not big enough to hit Krakkatuga. He could just attack Galaxia. I think that would be his play, because that would put Krakkatuga to 4 attack. Okay, so that's going to be that's a 9 attack. He enchants Demeter one more time here. He's forced to kill something this turn now, and he can't with Tectorus because I have Tsunami. That's a 10 attack Tectorus. He could disenchant Demeter and make it a 12 attack, which probably wouldn't be necessary. Okay, he's gonna do it anyway. Fine. Who's got a big old Tectorus? And we just cast Tsunami, pass turn, Eruption, burn for the game. well, eruption off Krakkatuga ability. If he had an earthquake here, it would be a different story because he would have been able to remove Krakkatuga and then still have a giant defensive Tectorus with the scythe equipped to it that I wouldn't be able to get. Oh wait, that would be no, that'd be 5. I'd be able to get with my station, so I'd still win. I should probably just cast the tsunami now. I'm just gonna do that now. Just do the tsunami now, just so he knows. So yeah, I don't think he can win from here. Even if he has, yeah, there's no way to switch it back into attack. He already played Elestral. He can't play like Sorlet here or anything. GG. All right, game 3.5 since we DC'd 1. We can keep this hand. I think a little overtly aggressive, defensive, whatever you want to say. Elechick. Yep. So he's probably gonna get a Zeus. He's gonna pop off and do some Nexus shenanigans here, I think. Love to get a Tadpuff or Eruption, maybe? Elechick, getting over his Elechick's gonna be difficult because he's probably gonna have an Altar. Oh, with 1? Well, there's a Tadpuff. If he has the Voltempest, or the Griffuse to go to Voltempest here, that's just kind of a big GG's on my end, which would stink. I could Krakkid a Voltempest. We're just going to start with the Necruff. We have a turn or two to find answers. We'll just go for it. Probably get Altart here. Yep. That's good because it means you can't use a Griffuse to get to Voltempest. Oh, we might just hardcast a Voltempest. But then I just play Krakkid and stall the Voltempest out, which would be hilarious. And if you can't find a direct removal right away for it. I just need to find an eruption and we're good. Maybe. I mean, if he has another Zeus in hand, not good. Okay, he plays Rabbit. Hopefully no more face downs. Run Galaxy out, try to crack into Elechick. There's another Zeus. Okay. He's gonna keep this one around. Maybe not. Oh, pretty combo-y. He's gonna look 3, draw 2 basically. It's a pretty quick start. He can very easily get into a Voltempest with this Nexus deck. He is burning a lot of spirits though. If that's another Altar that he pulled, that would be really rough for me. But we're gonna find out more or less. Oh, Nectar. Great draw. We're looking for Thunderstorm or Eruption. So with Thunderstorm, we clear out the back row, then clear out Elechick with... Okay, the Gorgons is going to be really good here, for sure. So we do another Necruff play. Gorgons, we have protection, we'll ask for a response. And just hope it's not a poison tip. Elechick. Alright, Gorgons is fine. If he has a Voltempest here, I'm in a bad way because he could just Voltempest and then I can't target it until I get rid of that Zeus. Another face down. If he has Griffuse though, we're fine because we can lock that Griffuse into play. So hope he doesn't have Voltempest stand, play Griffuse. And then he wouldn't be able to Nexus off the Divine Room without killing it, so I'd be able to target it anyway. So we're in a fine spot. You could also just use this Elechick here and go, yeah, you can go aggressive by reducing Necruff's attack stat. down to 2. So we Gorgons the Elechick. Or let him. Is he gonna crash with Rabbit? He's gonna find no response. So he's gonna possibly just crash with Rabbit and then hit with Elechick for 2. Then I play tap of Krakkatuga maybe. Alright, we definitely Gorgons the Elechick here. See if he wants to trade that Rabbit with 3 spirits. So I'd take 2 and he'd take 1. Is that 9? Got 1 face down though. I think we go for Galaxy play here. Response? No response. Go for the hit. See if it's a shield. Nope. Awesome. If I can find eruption, I just burn him for 6 straight up. Well, he can Gorgons, so I wouldn't burn him directly, but Elechick, he's got 1 more Zeus left, so it's gonna be last Zeus that he gets if he's got 3 Zeus in the deck. But he can use this Elechick now to pop Galaxy. Ooh, failed to find? Nice. It was already in his hand. That's hilarious. One on Zeus. He's going to 6. Dangerous game. Playing a dangerous game here. Okay. We will Nectar with our Zaptors. It'd be a shame if we draw Thunderstorm here, but we're fine. We're fine. Still no eruption. So we'll play this Galaxy, see if he's got a response. No response. Go for the attack, see, he's probably got an Altar. That'll get rid of the Zeus, and then I'm not really afraid of anything else. So if he shields his Galaxy, he takes 2, hits me for 1. Okay, Gorgons is gonna let that get destroyed. Flip it at the right time. Good play, good play. So after I declare the battle, battle's locked in. Then you use Gorgon, so the battle continues with the negated effect, and then I crash into Elechick and die. Very, very, very good play there. Yeah, battle step. Battle step's a little complicated, but yeah, it's you attack, you can respond to the attack, then you're locked in a battle. The battle won't end even if you stop the attack from happening, because it's still going to happen at that point. But he switched my stats back using the suppress from Gorgons. I could crack it here. Galvenom. So I respond to Galvenom here. I take too much. So please wait. So it's 3, 5, leaving me. I take 5. Leave me with 3. And I could play Krakkatuga, but I wouldn't be able to do anything other with Krakkatuga other than attack. And he would go to 0. Now we could go to 1 because you use Zeus. So, or I take 2 here and I go to 6. And then crack it this Galvenom. I think I take the 2 here, maybe 3. Crack it the Galvenom. Oh, Ambrosia's perfect here. We get back 2 water and a fire. I could also special Krakkatuga here, and he wouldn't be able to use Galvenom to clear it. He'd have to have Poison Tip Arrow, and that still puts him at 0. So let's go for that play. If he's got a response, he could Gorgons this right now, so I can't ascend. Alright, I'll let the Krakkatuga. The worst he could have here is a Gorgons. That would just burn 2 for 2. That puts him at 0. Alright. So he has to have Ambrosia. He loses the Zeus, he gets Galvenom. He could use Galvenom to pop, leaving me at 2. It's a close game. This is so yeah. If he has Ambrosia, he can then use Galvenom and hit me for 2, putting me at 1. And then I could crack it the Galvenom and win the game due to deck out. Okay, we're just gonna do this for the memes. And then come on, let me move. GG. So I think I had pretty much the wins regardless. the Crack Kid locks him down, potentially puts him to a mill game. All right, GG. All right. Oh man, this deck this deck worked so well. I was actually surprised how consistent this was. It was like super aggressive in a lot of games. I mean, game 1 was kind of a wash. Opponent didn't get some back row. That DC game I had, like. After talking to my opponent about our hands after the fact, he's like, yeah, I just lost. Because he would have been left at like, what, 1 or 2 spirits? I didn't do the exact math, but after playing Krakkatuga, Eruption, burning, attacking directly, he only had a shield, so he would have burned 3 more to bounce a Krakkatuga. Basically, that's a game over, so we'll count that as a win. So, in a sense, this went 4-0. The last game, pretty grindy, but we still kind of pittered out and like got to our Eruption, got our Krakkatuga in play, got the extra burn, even through that Galvenom. So a lot of options there. I think this deck really surprised me with how well it plays as just this aggressive kind of let our opponent overextend, or like we can play a little bit slowly, drop a bunch of cards and throw the eruptions at our opponent's face. There's a lot of options to have in the deck. It's super fun. It really blew away my expectations. I did not expect it to do as well as it did. I could have just gotten lucky. It's only sample size of what, 4 games, 3.5 games if you count the DC really. But yeah, this deck worked really well. The Necrof Galaxy stuff was really fun. I played one game off recording that I did lose with the deck. After my opponent played Galaxy, then I played Galaxy to swap all the stats back to try to get my Necrof over him. And then he played Galaxy to swap everything. It was a crazy game. But this deck did struggle against a water deck, which makes sense. I use like Tsunami, and defensive stuff is hard to get over a lot of 5 defense stuff consistently, but yeah, super fun deck. I'm super happy with it. Make sure you guys vote in the next poll. It should be up by the time this video is live, and I'll see you guys in the next episode next week. Peace.